can I begin by joining with colleagues in welcoming our three guests, thanking them for being with us. I think this is a very important discussion. I think what's a marvellous credit to our public service, to our political leadership, and to our diplomatic service is the degree to which we have succeeded in mitigating the potential worst impacts of Brexit. And we've been a great success at mitigating it in so many ways. And this is yet another one. Now, I suppose the first question I was going to ask you about was timescale. Again, am I right in understanding that within 2022, you hope to have the new scheme up and running? Could I ask you as well, if the new scheme, do you see any potential changes in the new scheme based on your learnings to date? Are you looking at modifications based on experience? I have a question written for you here, which is not dissimilar to the last question by my colleague Senator Wall, in that I wanted to ask you, it's marvellous at the moment. Through my office, I dealt with one or two recently that, it's marvellous the degree to which the entire exercise can end in weeks and person can be, receiving the healthcare within weeks. My question would be, with the potential avalanche and the potential bulge of people, albeit with them, and a domestic initiative here to deal with waiting lists, which is being looked forward to and which is necessary and which will be a great thing. But despite that, as you said yourself earlier, there should be a bulge in requirement next year, a bulge in numbers seeking to go north next year. And again, I'd be concerned to know, do you anticipate a capacity problem? Do you anticipate waiting lists then? And could we have two sets of bad waiting lists, north and south, which would be a great problem were it to be the case? I'm encouraged to hear that ophthalmology, cataracts, etc., that the waiting list there is coming down south of the border as well, because I don't have to tell people on this call, we all know through our direct interactions with people in work, this can be a very serious issue, the cataracts issue, and particularly for older persons living alone, it's a huge question. So I suppose my questioning really is around, do you anticipate any change? Do you anticipate a problem around capacity because of the potential bulge or the potential growth of numbers from the Republic, given the waiting lists here, which are an understandable product of the pandemic, but one that will be addressed here as well. And that, and again, maybe you would comment specifically then within capacity, since you've done so on ophthalmology in a very encouraging way, you might decide to comment on orthopedics and where we're at there, which is again a very impactful one and one that affects our older population a lot. So I appreciate the discussion. I leave it at that. Inevitably, as the discussion progresses, there's a level of overlap in the questions. But it's important that we contribute and that we welcome what's happening here and urge that it continue to happen and with the greatest possible alacrity in the interest of the people we represent. So thank you very much, Chair, for the opportunity and to our guests. Thank you.